Hey everyone, happy Monday to those of you who are listening on the recording. I'm super excited. This is the beginning of our summer sizzle group. And that is just what we've named our group for people who want to move through the summer months being intentional about your business. You want to intentionally share Juice Plus with the people you care about. You'd like to take advantage of the promotions that the company is offering. And maybe you want to go to the beach. You don't have to want to go to the beach to be in the Summer Sizzle group, but a lot of us do. And hey, maybe you'll decide that you want to go to the beach and join us in Punta Cana. And I just want to say that it's very doable to go to Punta Cana for anyone. You can start with 0 points right now, and you can get there in 2 months. It's going to take very intentional effort on your part, but it can be done. And honestly, those of you who are at 8, 9, 10,000 plus, I mean, it can be a done deal for you if you stay engaged and just do the activities we're going to be talking about here. So I want to have as many of us there as possible because it's going to be so much fun. And it's going to be more fun if you are there. So I'm going to be sharing some things that I learned at the Branson boot camp. And y'all, you know how boot camps do. You go to a boot camp and you get like this IV infusion of Juice Plus excitement. You know what I mean? Juice Plus education, Juice Plus inspiration, Juice Plus connection, Juice Plus filling your whole heart up to overflowing. It all happens at these events. So we still have room for you at the Blue Ridge Boot Camp, July 17th through the 19th. So if you are not signed up and you want to go, there is still room for you to go. I talked to Kurt, there's 4 more tickets. Four. So if you want to go and you're not signed up, now would be your time. Please talk to me about it if you do want to go. And then we are going to be talking today about a strategy for those of us who want to build and grow. And that would be all of us who are listening to this, right? So we had a speaker, Debbie Lynham, who spoke at the Branson Boot Camp. She's also spoken on the Wendy Campbell call. I'm going to give you a condensed version of what she shared. This is a woman who got 6 P pluses in 1 month. 6. The summer promotional is 6 over 3 months, right? So, yes, 6 over 3 months. So we can do that. This is like we can totally do that. And so what we're going to talk about here is how can we do that? I hope each of you has already written your June goals. I put my June goals in the chat. I have not seen anybody else's June goals in the chat. So when I make the new Summer Sizzle chat, I would like to see everyone's June goals in the chat. That's part of what we're agreeing to by being a part of the Summer Sizzle group is that we have goals. Nobody's going to tell you what your goals need to be. Your goal can be, I'm going to do my Juice Plus business for 10 minutes a day, 4 days a week. That can be your goal. It doesn't have to be, I'm going to, get 2 new P pluses this month and share with, and hope to have 5 new people I'm helping to get healthy. It doesn't have to be that. Your goal is your goal, and your goal is great, whatever it might be. So, but your goal does need to be known by everybody else because that's part of what we're having with Summer Sizzle is we're going to be real with each other. We're going to share our goals. We're going to be transparent about that. And we're going to hold each other to some level of accountability. Okay? So I hope nobody is ready to back out of the Summer Sizzle group after I said that. But anyway, y'all, we can do this. So how are we going to reach our goals? So we're going to do it this way. I loved what Debbie shared. We're going to pray, and I put that as a part of our very intentional activity. We're going to pray. And those of you on my team this morning, you have an Amazon package coming to you. And I think Sandy is probably going to do the very same thing for her team. You have on the way to your doorstep, which it will arrive tomorrow, the Draw the Circle prayer book. If you're signed up for the Summer Sizzle group, this is what Debbie used as her devotional. There's no magic, y'all, about going through this book, okay? I mean, God's not a genie in the bottle, that we just say the same repeated whatever, and he's going to answer our prayers. This is about really seeking the heart of God for your business. And what I would say is, when I heard the stories again of the girls that I was going to be, sharing with at Branson, I had a new level of commitment to get this message out that we could be the answer to somebody's prayer who is praying for solutions for their health, like, one of those girls was. She invited herself to a One Simple Change event. Nobody even invited her. She was praying. She was praying for solutions, and she just saw a flyer somewhere. Y'all, there are people like that. And y'all, there are people out there hurting financially right now who need what we have. An extra $500 to $1,000 would make a huge difference. It might ease marital tension. It's the number one stressor in a marriage. It might give that family an opportunity for one of their kids to go to a special summer camp that they want to go to. I don't know what it can be. It might be a pastor's wife who just wants another bathroom, like Amy Hartley did when she signed up. They lived they had a one bathroom in their house. And there were six of them. That's hard. And her why was to have another bathroom. Lord, we don't know what people are looking for and what they want. And so it's about seeking the heart of God on, who, Lord, do you want me to go take this message to? Who have I been afraid to talk to? Lord, cross my path with people that need this and help me be generous enough to share, and help me get my eyes off myself enough to share, so that I'm not worried about what they're thinking about me. I'm really concerned about serving the people that are in front of me. You know what I'm saying? So it's about seeking God's heart. And then secondly, and we're going to do that because some of y'all have some big reasons why you want to build your business. And I know what they are. I know what those reasons are. And I am praying for you and for your business, because I know the difference that another $1,000 is going to make for you. And I want that for you. And so I encourage you not only to draw the circle yourself, but to share it with your upline. You can share it with our whole group if you want to, so that we can pray for each other in that. But we all, as a part of this group, I would ask you to write down the name of every person that is committed who is in that Voxer chat. Write their name down in your book and include them in your prayers, because I want us to pray for each other. And then secondly, we're going to plan. Y'all, there's no better way to plan than to plan to use the company's promotionals. This month, it is sign up 2 people who place a 300 PPV order or more. On our team, we say sign up a new P plus. They get a free box of samples worth $100 when they sign up, if they just have a 300 PPV order. Now, you have to be careful when you do it, because it has to go in the same cart. They have to be signed up. They have to sign up for the $52 partner fee and sign up for their order in the same cart to get that box of samples. So don't let anybody mess that up. Okay. Um, my suggestion is use the plan that the company has given us. Use that promotional. You saw the number of points that you can get by having a qualified business and doing the company promotional for 2 months in a row. You can get over 17,000 points toward Punta Cana. And then if you promote any of those P pluses to QSC, it's triple points. If you add a boatload of new customers with the Strawberry Complete, hello, that's a bunch more points. So my suggestion is, plan your activity, plan the events you're going to build for this month. I'll hopefully have the date and the flyer for the virtual event to y'all in the next few days, for the Stories of Hope based on science. And, plan an in-person event, y'all, too, is my strong suggestion, because people love gathering. People love coming together, and have a pink party. I mean, have a pink party. We've got a great reason to have a party. I'm not talking about the pink party that's tonight. I'm talking about have your own pink party. Watch the party tonight, see if you love it. If you love it, there'll be a recording. Play it at your own pink party. If you don't love the pink party event tonight, then create your own pink party. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's gonna be, you have a reason to have a pink party. And the good news is a lot of our things are pink. I mean, the pink Strawberry Complete, the Luminate's kind of pink, the Superfood's kind of pink. I mean, you can have a pink tasting party, you know? You can make pink energy balls. You can make pink, lots of pink. So there's lots of great ideas. So you want to also record your activity. Your plan needs to be a written plan, not only stored in your brain. It needs to be a written plan on paper. And I want you to share that with your upline success partner team, because they need to know and they need to be there to help you and to cheer you on and to pray over your events. You can even put whatever events you're having into our other chat and let all of us pray for your events. I encourage you to do that. I want you to look at everybody that is shipping in June and July. Those are among your first people that you talk to about signing up as a partner. If they're shipping in June and July, let that order be, a new order under them, and let them get all the samples, let them get paid back on their order, and you help them find one other person to get their P plus. Maybe it's their husband, maybe it's their daughter, maybe it's their best friend, whatever it might be. So I would suggest all of those things. There will be other suggestions that people will have that we'll be putting into the Voxer chat. But I do want us to agree to have some level of accountability in that Voxer chat. I'd love to see everybody's weekly activity somehow, some way. Mine might be on my calendar where you see, it might be pretty free form. I don't know. I don't want you spending a lot of time, writing things down just for the purpose of showing someone else. I want what you write down for yourself so that you can just take a picture of it and you're not wasting your time trying to write things. You know what I'm saying? But when I've made that chat today, I want to see everybody's monthly June goals in there. And I hope that that's not too like demanding of me. But I think it's important that we have that level of accountability. So that's our planning. And then the last thing we're going to do is we're going to be pleasantly persistent. And we're going to keep on keeping on. The reminder that we got repetitively at the boot camp is almost no one signs up for Juice Plus with the first exposure, even as even if it's the best event you've ever done. I mean, a lot of people do sign up at events or after events. I mean, that's been my experience, but not everybody does. But guess what? A lot of people, the majority sign up, after 4, 5, 6 exposures. Don't give up. Don't be one and done. That is not professional and that is not realistic. And that is having a false expectation if you think you've shared it once and you think somebody's going to jump right on just because maybe you did, because I did, except it was exposure number 2. It's just that the second exposure, I already had made my decision after exposure number 1. I was just busy and moving. And then I had exposure number 2, and she didn't even have to say much. And it was like, I need that for my whole family, you know? And she was smart enough to bring me a whole box of Juice Plus and get me signed up as a partner. And that would be Sandy. So, she's a smart cookie. She's 100 Club. Listen to her, do what she does. She's smart. Okay. Steve, you had your hand up. Yes.
Yeah. Uh, so could I add a couple of amplifications to what you've said, or should I wait to the end?
Absolutely.
Is now
Absolutely.
okay?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So the first one is that you all may know this, but when my last kind of big corporate job, I was CEO of a company. We had 4,000 employees. 2,000 of those were salespeople. Um, So we did a lot of research and subscribed for research on sales. And to emphasize the point Sharon just made is that on average, and be careful about that word and think about that, on average, it takes asking for the sale 8 to 10 times before the person will respond to it, as far as, you know, agreeing to do it or even ultimately going, I don't want to do it. So that's an important point. And then forgive me for being preachy, but there are no coincidences. And so in my devotional and Bible study that I'm doing, Sharon talked about praying, and I just thought that this to me would be a great model to think about. So hang on. It's not like me to do this, but this is from First Kings 3. At Gibeon, the Lord appeared to Solomon during the night in a dream, and God asked him, "Ask me whatever you want me to give you." And Solomon answered, "You have shown great kindness to your servant, my father David, because he was faithful to you and righteous and upright in heart. You have continued this great kindness to him and have given him a son to sit on his throne this very day. Now, Lord my God, you have made your servant king in place of my father David, but I am only a little child and do not know how to carry out my duties. Your servant is here among the people you have chosen, a great people, too numerous to count or number. So give your servant, and this is what he asked, a discerning heart to govern your people and to distinguish between right and wrong. For who is able to govern this great people of yours? And the Lord was pleased that Solomon had asked for this. So God said to him, "Since you have asked for this, and not for long life or for wealth for yourself, nor have asked for the death of your enemies, but for discernment in administering justice, I will do what you have asked. I will give you a wise and discerning heart." Um, Also, God did bless him with great wealth, but um, that's not really the point. The point is, as you think about praying, I would encourage you to be thinking about praying about whose life can you impact? Whose life can you impact from making their health be better? Whose life can you impact by helping someone we are seeing that, and there are exceptions to this, but we are seeing in today's financial times, $500 a month for a lot of people really makes a difference. And maybe that's because we've moved from Hotlanta to Blue Ridge, Georgia. There's a fair amount of affluence up here, but there's a lot of poverty. So I just think that as you pray about it, think in terms of as being a good leader to give us discernment so we can lead our people wisely and justly. Anyway, forgive me for preaching, but I couldn't resist it. So
No,
that's
I
it.
love that. That was so good, Steve.
Steve, I
Um,
just read that too in my Bible study, and that was my prayer, my walk this morning was discernment this week, discernment and wisdom of where to spend my time. And I will throw into what, and if you would put that verse in our new chat, that'd be great, because I think that's a good reference point.
mm,
But I would also say, and I think this was from the Lord, he said, ask for me to point out blind spots.
To do what? I couldn't hear you, Mimi.
Point out blind spots.
Ah, oh wow. Yeah,
mm,
that's discernment for sure. Yeah.
mm,
It is.
that's good. That's
Hmm.
really good. Well, Debbie mentioned, there's several places in the Gospels. When you think about the blind man, Jesus asked him, "What do you want me to do for you?" And you see Jesus ask that question, not just then, and so I think that what Debbie closed with is she she shared that in the morning as she prayed, if God brought people to mind, she wrote their names down. And she shared with them, I felt like, the Lord really wanted me to share with you. Whether you would want to say that or not, I don't know. But what she pointed out was that true greatness is a passionate pursuit of Jesus that shows itself through loving people. And I'm going to say that again. True greatness is a passionate pursuit of Jesus that shows itself through loving people. And y'all, there's a lot of people out there that need what we have. Not just the incredible products, not just the financial benefits. They need the love that our community has to offer. They need the prayer support our community has to offer. They need the connection our community has to offer. So let's not prejudge anybody. Let's just pray and move forward without ingrown eyeballs, without worrying about what they're going to think about us. Let's move out with servants' hearts, with a desire to make a difference in the world around us, with what God has put in our hand, because it's powerful. The product is powerful to change lives and to change health. The business can be powerful. It can be a powerful financial lifeline for a family like it was for mine. The community can be an incredible connection place where people can leave their loneliness behind. Did y'all know that loneliness shows up in your neurological system every bit as much as any major stress does? I learned that this weekend. Loneliness shows up as much as anything that you have major stress over. And y'all, there is a lot of loneliness out there. There are a lot of people. The other thing that came out this weekend is purpose. One of the ways you keep your brain healthy is to have purpose in life. Retirement is a really bad idea. I mean, I'm not talking about like retirement from work. My husband is essentially retired from the work that he was doing, which I'm grateful for, but he hasn't retired from a mission. You know, he's on mission with us and on mission for Jesus, not in that order, but we have a lot to give. We have so much to give. So let's go out and be really bold and generous and loving this week. And with that, I'm going to turn off the recording and we'll have some questions if you have any.